She was on the red carpet last night, and she decided to show off her number one asset, which, contrary to the American Eagle jeans ad, is not really her jeans. It's her enormous breasts, which are spectacular. No one would take that away from her. But controversial opinion, Allie, I object to this. I disapprove of the dress she wore because it's completely see-through. I mean, I kind of think she might have been misled into it. That's my bet. She's very young. I think she's only like 26. And I guarantee you somebody brought the dress to her and was like, now we'll take it next level. And she trusted the wrong person. And before you knew it, you know, we had all seen it.
When Megyn Kelly turned her fire on Sydney Sweeney, no one saw it coming. Two powerful women, both outspoken, both unapologetic. But one daring red carpet look was all it took to spark a storm that has Hollywood and the internet completely divided. Because at Variety's Power of Women event in Los Angeles, Sydney Sweeney showed up in a glittering silver gown that, well, left almost nothing to the imagination. The moment cameras started flashing, the internet lit up. It was bold, it was shocking, it was Sydney, confident, radiant, and fearless. But for Megyn Kelly, it wasn't empowering, it was exploitation. Sydney's arrival that night was pure Hollywood theater. She stepped onto the red carpet like she owned it, every light catching the shimmer of her sheer silvery dress. The gown clung like liquid metal, revealing more than most dared to show. Her new bleach blonde bob framed her face perfectly, and her soft pink makeup added just the right contrast to the edgy look. The 28-year-old Euphoria and White Lotus star was glowing, laughing with photographers, chatting with Jamie Lee Curtis and Sharon Stone, soaking in the moment. After all, it was a celebration of powerful women in entertainment, but behind the scenes, that same image of power was about to become the center of a heated national debate. On the Megyn Kelly show, the conservative commentator didn't hold back. "I object to this," she said bluntly. "You can see her entire chest. It's completely see-through." Kelly's voice carried both irritation and disbelief, a mix of disappointment and concern. She admitted Sydney looked spectacular, but her praise stopped there. Because in Kelly's eyes, the dress crossed a line, not of morality, but of manipulation. And that's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Kelly compared Sydney to Kim Kardashian, saying she'd fallen into the same trap of oversharing. "She reminded me of Kim Kardashian," Kelly said, "who overshares and takes away the mystery, the thing that actually makes someone sexy." For Megyn, the real power isn't in exposure, it's in restraint. And her next words made jaws drop. She claimed Sydney might have been set up. "I think she might have been misled into it," Kelly speculated. She even shared her own story, a throwback to her GQ photo shoot years ago. Kelly said, "What I wore was just a slip dress. It was appropriate. I never would have shown anything like that." Then she added, "Someone probably told Sydney, let's take it to the next level," and she trusted the wrong person. Before she knew it, we'd all seen it. It was a shocking claim that one of Hollywood's rising stars, known for her confidence, had been pushed into revealing more than she wanted. But was it concern or condescension? That's where the internet split right down the middle. As the clip from Kelly's show spread, reactions poured in. Some fans agreed, saying Hollywood often pressures young actresses into wearing outfits that grab headlines more than they celebrate talent. Others accused Kelly of mom-shaming and trying to police another woman's body. The irony, both women consider themselves conservatives. Both preach empowerment in their own ways, but they couldn't be further apart on what empowerment looks like. For Kelly, modesty is power. For Sydney, confidence is. And Sydney Sweeney wasn't backing down. In interviews, Sydney has been clear she feels good in her skin. She's said repeatedly, "I'm doing it for myself, I feel strong." She's even sworn off cosmetic surgery, saying she's terrified of needles and plans to age gracefully. When people accuse her of changing her looks, she laughs it off, reminding them she was 12 in those old photos everyone compares her to. For Sydney, transformation is part of growing up, not selling out. And in her own words, "I hope I can inspire women to feel confident and just flaunt what they've got. You shouldn't have to hide or apologize in any room." To her fans, that message is empowering, especially in an industry that constantly tells women they're never enough. But to her critics, that same confidence blurs into provocation. This clash isn't just about a dress. It's about two generations of women fighting for control over their image, in completely different ways. Megyn Kelly represents an era that values mystery, subtlety, and protection. Sydney Sweeney represents a world that celebrates exposure, individuality, and rebellion. And both sides believe they're right. Kelly says she's a Sydney Sweeney fan, and maybe she truly is. Maybe she's just worried the industry chews up young women and sells them as symbols. But Sydney's not exactly naive. She's built a career on navigating controversy, from her breakout role in Euphoria to her new movie Christie, where she plays a female boxing legend. She's no stranger to the spotlight or to judgment. Just days before the Variety event, Sydney had gone viral for a very different reason: eating a hot dog at the World Series. It was playful, funny, a little cheeky, classic Sydney. But even that moment was dissected online. Was she flirting with her image, owning it, or just being herself? It seems that no matter what Sydney does, eat a hot dog, wear a dress, or accept an award, the world can't stop debating her choices. And that's the real story here. Because Megyn Kelly's outrage isn't just about Sydney Sweeney's dress. It's about the constant tug of war between women's freedom and society's expectations. Who decides what's too much? Who decides what's empowering? And at what point does protecting women turn into controlling them? In the end, Sydney Sweeney left that event smiling, surrounded by stars, owning her moment, and unapologetically herself. Megyn Kelly left the internet buzzing, with a million opinions colliding over one sparkling silver gown. Maybe neither of them is wrong. Maybe this moment and this clash of glamour and judgment is exactly what keeps Hollywood spinning. Because in a world obsessed with power and perception, sometimes the real story isn't what's revealed, but what's hidden underneath.